With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Emg Lg. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Pickett now on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Pickett sets up play action.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 2nd down, a run.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Daniel Bellinger.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hey, exit. Hey, exit.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Third and 2, now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll run with ETN. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. ETN. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley from 4 yards out. And the Jags have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Back to throw, Pickett. He's got Bellinger.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Again, it's Lawrence. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all. That's caught at the 25. And all didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Off play action, Pickett.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Andy Isabella. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lawrence will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
The extra point try now for Santoso.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he fields it cleanly. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They'll throw again with Pickett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Pickett now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. So this one, Charles, it's only the 3rd quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a 1-score lead you don't even count, but a 2-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now, they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 37 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And they open the lead up now to 25. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Barkley, inside handoff. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Over the middle, it's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickett back to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence
going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Lawrence going to throw again.
He'll take his shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I could ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.